Notice, NMLS 3087, BK 0902429, Equal Housing Opportunity.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We are the sports station that Tucson turns to for all the latest news when it comes to Arizona men's basketball, along with all the play-by-play action. We are Wildcats Radio 1290. Live from the CNWT.
From the what?
Central Northwest Tucson, duh.
It's DK on the Sports Tip with your host, David Kelly.
Radio. Just when I thought I was out, they drug me back in.
Featuring J.W. Madden.
Don't tell me about flip-flops, man. I'm a native.
And Cricket getting you home with traffic and weather.
Camp on Melt Lemon, not in the left lane on the freeway.
Here we go! And now, a man who has not one, but three first names, David Scott Kelly.
What a weekend it was on the Diamond here in Tucson for your Arizona Wildcats, both baseball and softball.
2-2 in the bottom of the seventh is Altmaier back in the box, and a 2-2 on the way from Jones. Swung on and hit well to left center field on her horse's home, but it's gone! For the second time in as many games, the bottom of the order is going to end it for the Cats. It was Paris Chica on Sunday, and now Altmaier gets the first against ASU with a solo shot with one out, nobody aboard in the seventh, and the Wildcats will win it 3-2.
7-7 bottom of the ninth. What a ninth inning. A 4-run top, a 2-run bottom. Cats open for number 3. Here's the 2-2, and it's lined to left for a base hit. Bryfogel's going to be waved around third. Here comes the throw from Hartman. It's headed home. He slides. He's safe, and the Wildcats have won it. Mikalakis, RBI single to left. 3-1 to Mason White. Splain the winning run at third. One out, bottom of the 11th. And the pitch to White, swinging away, bounces it up to the base hit, and Arizona has won it. Another walk-off win for the Wildcats. Mason White with a single up the middle, Splain scores, and the Cats win it 7-6 in 11.
Got 3 seniors now hoping to make an impact on senior day, but just one out to play with after Shockey was able to get 1 run in with her 4th hit. She's over at first. Altmaier is at third. 2 outs as Jones deals this one. Sent toward left center field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Waving around Shockey. Throws cut off at Denby as she's in safely, and the Wildcats will walk it off for the second time in 3.
Arizona 9, Arizona State 8.
And I was at the softball game yesterday over at Hillenbrand Stadium for senior day, and they had this little broom that they brought out, and they were doing this like little broom dance. I was calling it the broom dance. They were kind of dancing a little bit as they would like sweep the broom, because that's what the Wildcats did this weekend on the Diamond. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Baseball swept Wazoo. Softball swept the rival Devil People from the north. And how about your Arizona baseball team in first place in the Pac-12 conference? Remember that preseason? I have to go back and get the preseason where they picked the Wildcats to finish ninth. Ninth is what they picked Arizona. Out of, I think, there's 11 teams that play baseball in the Pac-12 conference. Colorado does not. It's a little cold there. But ninth out of 11 is what they picked the Wildcats. And Arizona, now granted, there's still a long way to go. Still 4 weeks to go. But the Wildcats have a 2-game lead in the Pac-12 conference. They have walked off, what is it now, J-Dub, 6 times at home this season?
Yeah, I'd have to count them up, but it's been a lot, DK. It seems like every weekend, at least one.
They swept the UCLA Bruins all in walk-offs.
Yep.
They walked off Louisiana Tech. I wanted to say LSU. Louisiana Tech last week, and then twice this weekend.
That was the one where they're down 5-0 going into the bottom of the ninth and scored 6 runs to beat Louisiana Tech on last Saturday, yeah.
And then this Saturday, this Friday night, they gave up 4 in the ninth, only to come back and get 2 of their own in the bottom of the ninth to win. I mean, just unbelievable what we're seeing from Arizona baseball. They are just rolling right now, especially on the Pac-12 conference side. 3 straight series sweeps for Arizona. 10 games in a row now, a record 10-game winning streak in conference play. We can't count that game against Stanford because that was not a conference game. But they have now beaten Pac-12 teams in 11 straight games, have the Arizona baseballers. And then softball just getting hot. They've now won 3 series in a row, taking down Utah, Oregon, and now Arizona State. And that was a series you needed to sweep because the Sun Devils are not very good this year. They came into that series 2 wins and 13 losses in conference play.
Batcats up to number 16, DK.
16.
As of yesterday's poll.
16. That's pretty good. 16. But believe this, this is the shocking thing to me because we've got awards to hand out today. We called it. Kaya Altmaier. What an incredible weekend that sophomore young lady had. 5 for 8, 2 home runs, a double, 5 RBIs, 5 runs scored, took a home run, went over the wall to bring a ball back yesterday at Hillenbrand Stadium. If you haven't seen the video of that, head on over to my Twitter page, David Kelly 1290, to see Kaya Altmaier's over-the-wall catch. And then, of course, the way the game ended turned out to be a huge play, kept a run off the board, kept the Sun Devils from having a 3-run lead instead of a 2-run lead, and then the Wildcats rallied for 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th to win it. Kaya Altmaier is your Pac-12 Player of the Week. Regan Shockey, who did the fastest run I think I've ever seen from first base to home on the single into the gap. Now, it would have been a double, but they kind of held Carly Scoopin at first base as so not to get her thrown out because they knew the speed they had on at first and Regan Shockey, and they said, let's make them have to make the play at the plate versus trying to maybe double off Carly Scoopin at second base to get the final out in the inning and get to extra innings. And they weren't going to get Regan Shockey, man. She was moving. She is your Pac-12 Freshman of the Week. But here's what I don't understand. Arizona baseball has won 3 series in a row by sweep. Again, 10 straight games, and they can't get a player or a pitcher of the week? How did Cal sweep that this year? The California Golden Bears swept the awards this week on the baseball side. How has nobody from Arizona won a conference award in the last 3 weeks? Who's voting for this stuff? You got the best pitching staff in the Pac-12 conference. You got guys like Mason White getting big hit after big hit, and we can't get any awards? That's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me that there has not been an Arizona Wildcat baseball player win a conference award during this stretch of wins, that the victories that they have rolled off. And now the softball team 2 weeks in a row has had the Player of the Week. Olivia DiNardo last week, Kaya Altmaier this week. She went to the plate 10 times in that series and reached base 7 of them. That's a 700 on-base percentage for those of you playing at half. That's my U-High math for today. Just a glorious weekend. And let's not forget, Arizona men's tennis. The men's tennis team pulls off another Pac-12 conference title. Their 3rd in a row for Clancy Shields. Clancy Shields is going to join us on the program. We will talk to him later this hour, get his thoughts. They won it outright. Back in 22, they shared it. I think there was a three-way tie. They shared it with two other teams last year, and this year it was a two-way tie, so they share it with Stanford. But that's 3 Pac-12 conference regular season championships in a row for Clancy Shields and his Arizona men's tennis team. Just unbelievable. 7-1 in conference play. They are 21-3 on the season in their matches. Shout out to those guys. That's a program now, folks. I think 3 years, when you do it 3 years in a row, that's a program. We got a tennis program here in Arizona right now. What a job Clancy Shields has done. We'll talk to him about that coming up later this hour. We want to talk to you. Did you partake in any of this over the weekend? Whether it was, the tennis team was on the road, so you couldn't see them play here this week. But baseball and softball were here. Did you go to any of those games? 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. I hear a broom. Is that a broom, J-Dub?
Yeah, it's the best I could do. That's a broom.
Sweeping up the joints, sweeping up the ballparks were the Wildcats this weekend. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Arizona leading the Territorial Cup Series right now. It's tight. It's still tight. 9 to 8.5. You need 11.5 points to win. There's still, I believe, 6 points to be contested. So there's still a long way to go. Women's golf playing this week. They were down. I believe they were in 7th yesterday after the first round. We'll check in with them, get you an update on where the Pac-12 women's golf championships are. So in terms of the Territorial Cup, they need to finish above Arizona State. But as of the first round, Arizona State had the lead there. You've still got men's golf. That'll be next week or this coming weekend up in Carefree, Arizona. And then you'll have outdoor track and field at the Pac-12 championships. That'll be later in the month of May. We still have to decide the baseball points. Arizona State took 2 out of 3 when they came down here. Imagine that, man. I wish we could have that series back right now. They took 2 out of 3. There's still one non-conference game, but that counts in the Territorial Cup Series. So Arizona would need to win that to at least get a split of the regular season. And then there's always the possibility they could break that tie if they face off against each other in the Pac-12 tournament. And the same for beach volleyball. Right now, they split the 2 meetings. So it's a split point at the moment, but that could change if they meet in the Pac-12 tournament and have a chance to break that tie. Lots of good stuff happening right now. But it wasn't all good. We'll get into the Directors' Cup side of that. The numbers there, not as good as you would like coming out of the winter. But the spring has always been strong, at least the last 5-6 years. The spring sports have been extremely strong for Arizona. So we'll see if they can pick that up and push U of A maybe into even the top 35 nationally this year. 520-848-1290. Cricket joins us here. Cricket, how was your weekend?
Very good. How about you guys?
It was good. First really full weekend. I felt like I was all right. Well, because last week I was traveling, so I didn't feel like I was really off. But this is the first full weekend I felt that I was off and could relax and do some things, even though I did go to the ball game yesterday, so I kind of was working a little bit, but, it's fun work. I'm not going to complain about that.
You're always working.
Yeah, but we went house shopping.
Oh,
this
really?
Weekend. Yeah, we kind of reached that point in our lives as we hit 60, that we decided maybe we should buy a house at some point.
That's a good. This is a rough market, though, isn't it?
I don't know anything about that part of it yet. We're not that deep into it. We just went and looked at places that are in our price range.
It's better than it was 3 years. 3 years ago, it's really bad.
It's really bad. Oh, okay.
And I don't know that we're still condo people. So if we were going to buy, we'd probably buy a condo. But we went and looked at some places over the weekend. So my wife was like, "Oh, is this going to be our Sunday now? We're going to be like
every Sunday
going out and doing open houses and try to find open houses to look at places." But yeah, we looked at like 3 different places. One of them in Sabino Canyon we actually kind of liked. It's a little far though. I've never been one that likes to kind of really live far from work.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's probably at least 25-minute drive.
Oh,
how far? That was every day of my life.
Really?
Well, that's where I grew up. And like Orange Grove Junior High is about 25 minutes away, and then Greenfields is even further. Yeah. So yeah, it was like a 25 minute commute across Sunrise for me in my earlier days.
Yeah, when I worked up at Channel 13 and I lived all the way over by Reed Park, that was a long commute. That was like 25, depending on the traffic, a day, both ways. So that's like 45-minute drive. So yeah, but if we find the right place, I wouldn't necessarily mind it.
Yeah, you guys are getting to that age.
Might be worth it.
It's all farmers markets and open houses these days.
I hope I don't get to the farmers market part. Getting excited. Yachtly Cruise coming here in a few weeks.
Awesome.
They're back. I believe it's next Friday night. Yachtly Cruise back. So looking forward to that.
What did you do, Cricket, this weekend?
This week I met the kids, my sister and her kids out at the fair on Friday.
Oh, that's right.
It was so busy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah?
It was so busy.
I would bet.
Really, really fun though.
So what was the best thing you did there?
Funnel cakes.
I did not. I'm proud of myself that I did not have a funnel cake. I'm proud of myself for that. But I don't know. I just love watching the kids ride the rides. My youngest niece, she's a little at the age maybe she's a little scared of some rides.
Yeah.
So she's 6. So I had a good time. Just mostly watching the kids.
Yeah, I was just scared of rides when I was that age.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I didn't like anything that spun too fast.
Yeah, she got quite upset on a ride.
Oh boy!
So that was over. But my sister let the kids get tattoos.
Wow.
Well, henna tattoos.
Right. The fair tattoos.
Uh-huh.
Nothing. So what'd they get?
My nephew got like a skeleton hand, and my niece got little pretty like swirly things on her arm. Yeah.
Did you guys stay for the musical act? Was there a musical act?
There was. It was, I think, Chevelle. Okay. And we were just into the fair. We could kind of hear them, though. People were, having a good time.
Very nice. I got to figure out if I'm going to go this week or not. And I'd like to get out there and try to see that. We had some of the 4-H kids on our Sunday show.
Oh, yeah.
And they were telling us all about it. It was kind of cool.
That's really neat.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Cricket is getting you home. Cricket, later on, we'll have tickets to see the Tucson Roadrunners Game 1. We're going to be there Wednesday night at the Tucson Arena. Cricket's got tickets for Game 1 coming up for you, so stay tuned for that right now. Getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
And from the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio, 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Some road work on southbound Oracle approaching Grant Road. That'll occur through the week, and reported collisions. Broadway and Camino Seco, also a crash at Swan and Speedway and Swan. 61 the low, 93 sunny skies tomorrow, and 96 now. And I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. At Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, they'll help you with any air conditioning, drain, or pipe issues. Trust the big guy. Contact Tucson's most respected AC and plumbing experts anytime at coolwillies.com, where they are big enough to help and small enough to care. That's coolwillies.com.
When you have sports mixed with your pop culture, along with humor and celebrity interviews, your earbuds are enjoying The Rich Eisen Show.
Dan Orlovsky, are you still a Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback available in the draft guy?
I think the 3 things that make it stand out for me are, number 1, I think his ball placement versus man coverage is the best in the draft. Every quarterback in the NFL is accurate. He's got the best on tape. Number 2, most transferable stuff to the NFL. And then I think the 3rd thing is pocket peace.
Search for The Rich Eisen Show on YouTube or wherever you listen.
Did you miss the big game? We got you covered.
Got a man wide open to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Arizona. Nobody close to Tetaroa McMillan.
BK DK on the Sports Tip, 3 to 6 weekdays.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
At Standard Restaurant Supply, their vision and number one goal is to improve the lives of their customers and clients by providing a better culinary experience. Standard Restaurant Supply, if it's in a restaurant and not food, they have it. Open to the public, no membership fees, and they offer bulk store pricing without the bulk store purchase. Open Monday through Saturday at 601 South Cherry Avenue or call 885-2345. Standard Restaurant Supply is a proud sponsor of the U of A Radio Sports broadcast.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer looking for quality car parts in Tucson, look no further. Advance Auto Parts has 6 Tucson locations with over 75 years in business. Advance Auto Parts is the largest car parts retailer in the U.S., and customers know they can trust their products, like Die-Hard batteries. Now with free installation, only found at Advance Auto Parts stores. Take advantage of our same-day delivery and pickup. Just visit our website at stores.advanceautoparts.com and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Advance Auto Parts for all your car repair needs. Now a proud radio sponsor of the University of Arizona Wildcats.
Wildcats fans from coast to coast can bring a little bit of Tucson to themselves wherever they happen to be by streaming 1290 on our website at wildcatsradio1290.com. The home of the Wildcats is everywhere. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 85% water, right?
85% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients. Don't pay for water, pay for clean.
Save $10 when you spend $30 on Tide and Downy. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent. Must buy at least one participating Tide or Dreft detergent item, plus at least one participating Downy and or Bounce scent booster, liquid fabric softener, or dryer sheets. Prepaid card by mail. Visit pglaundryrebate.com for terms and conditions.
3 little words no parent wants to hear.
My tummy hurts.
And it always seems to happen at the worst times. Like in the middle of the morning rush, when you still have homework to check and lunches to pack, and of course, you're already late for work. Luckily, there's Pepto Kids. Pepto Kids chewables provide fast relief for common stomach issues, turning those 3 words into these 3 words.
I feel better.
Bad time for stomach upsets? Good time for Pepto Kids chewables. Fast relief for little tummies. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
He's kind and he's funny and he's also mustachioed. He solves all your problems by the end of every episode. TV Dad. Everyone loves TV Dad. TV Dad. Unlike your real dad, he never hollers. And he tells you how Progressive can save you lots of dollars.
Listen to your TV Dad. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary.
Altmaier is at third. 2 outs as Jones deals this one. Sent toward left center field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Waving around Shockey. Throws cut off at Denby as he's in safely, and the Wildcats will walk it off for the second time of 3.
DK on the Sports Tip on Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Carly Scoopin out of Tucson High School. The Badgers. Always great to see our local prepsters that have a chance to ascend to the Division I college level, especially here for the home team, the University of Arizona, come through big when it matters. A senior winning the game on senior day. It does not get any better than that. And that is what Carly Scupin did with that gap shot single that scored 2, including Regan Shockey, all the way from first base. And Regan Shockey is your freshman of the week. We'll get to the awards coming up here a little bit later. So Arizona now, with that sweep, has won 4 games in a row. They have actually won now, I believe, 9 of 10 overall have the Wildcats. Their only loss was the loss in the middle game of that series last weekend to Oregon. So they've won 9 of 10. They're currently right now in the Pac-12 sitting in 5th place. They go to the first place team coming up this weekend. That'll be the UCLA Bruins, who had an outstanding weekend in sweeping number 5 Stanford at home. So the Bruins now lead the Pac-12 conference at 12-3. Stanford at 13-5 is a 2 games back. Washington at 12-6. Oregon at 12-8. Arizona at 12-9. Those are your top 5 teams in the Pac-12 right now. Then Utah, Oregon State, California, and Arizona State is bringing up the rear, as they should. The Pac-12 conference tournament last year was here in Tucson. This year it'll be at Stanford, and that'll be the week of May 8th through the 11th. So that'll actually be another week where we'll only have a partial number of shows because I've got to go out of town at the end of that week. But that'll be Wednesday the 8th, Thursday the 9th, Friday the 10th, and Saturday the 11th in Palo Alto, California. UCLA this weekend coming up for Arizona. That'll be on the road at Easton Stadium in Westwood, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then the final home game, there actually is one additional non-conference game this year after the senior weekend. So the seniors have not actually played their final game at Hillenbrand Stadium. They will do that a week from tomorrow when they host Grand Canyon at Hillenbrand Stadium, and that will be the final game of the regular season. And then the Wildcats will have likely about a week off before they have to play at the Pac-12 tournament in Palo Alto. Carly Scupin, let's hear from Carly Scupin. Caught up with her after the ball game yesterday and asked her what her approach was in that 7th inning when she was able to get the game-winning hit.
Yeah, I mean, I think my first 3 at-bats, I was just getting a little bit too carried away, just not really sticking to my plan. And so going up there in my last at-bat, I knew I owed it to the team to give myself a good at-bat and give us a chance to win the game. And I just trusted the process, and it worked out.
What was your plan that you weren't sticking to?
I think I was just like trying too hard, honestly. Just trying to make things happen instead of being myself and seeing the ball, seeing pitches, just trusting myself.
What does it mean for you guys to go out this way with a sweep over the rivals, especially after they did this to you 2 years ago here?
Yeah, no, it was huge. That was the goal all weekend. I mean, obviously we were looking forward to senior weekend and all of that, but our main goal was to get the sweep and go into UCLA with some momentum, so we took care of business.
What did you love about what Kaya did this weekend out here?
Oh my gosh, Kaya killed it this weekend. I'm so proud of her. I get emotional when I see the younger girls just do so well, but I mean, she absolutely killed it, and then the cherry on top was that robbed home run, so it was just amazing. So proud of her.
What was that experience like with your teammates holding you in?
I was just surprised they could lift me up, honestly. But it was awesome. I even got emotional up there and everything, but that's kind of been our thing this year, is just whoever gets the walk-off or whatever the big moment, we lift them up and sing the Bear Down song. So it was really cool.
What will you miss the most about this team, the coaching staff, and the fans here?
Oh, man. There's so much I'm going to miss. I think to me, like, I get to go out here and play softball like I'm a kid, you know, and I no distractions and all of that. This is like my safe place. So I'm definitely going to miss that. I'm going to miss all of my teammates, my coaches. There's so much, but yeah.
What did your family say to you after this one?
My mom was so excited. But all of them were so excited. Said it was the perfect ending. But they're just proud of me. So it was great.
How many walk-off hits have you had in your career?
I don't know. Not very many though. Not very many. But this it's definitely the best one. So.
And what does it say about this team just to be able to come back from being down 3
yeah.
times this game, and kind of all season it's been kind of a theme, and just how you're clicking at the moment?
Yeah, I think it just shows how tough we are and that we're just going to scrap and find a way to win. It doesn't matter how many runs we're down by. We always have a chance to stay in it, and the hits will come. A big theme this year has been pass the bat. So we've just been focusing on pass the bat to the next person, base hits, and like the long balls will come, the big hits will come.
How nice is it knowing that you have an extra game here at Hillenbrand coming up?
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm glad that we get an extra game here. It's a little weird to do it after senior day, a little bit different, but I'm definitely looking forward to having one more game here. There's nothing better than playing at home. So.
Did you get a chance to mingle with any of the alums this weekend, or did
yeah.
you talk to anybody in particular that kind of left some nice words with you?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't like a ton of time to talk to anybody just because they came out on the field a couple minutes before the game, but I got to chat with Alyssa Denham. Her and I were really close my freshman year, and she was definitely a big role model, and she definitely helped me out a lot my freshman year, so it was really nice to just catch up with her and talk to her, and she did have lots of words of encouragement for me and the other alumni. I got to meet all kinds of people this weekend, so it was amazing.
Taylor, I mean, she's really come on offensively. What's it like to see her? I mean, you know what she's going to do on defense, but on offense, she's really...
Yeah, no, I'm so proud of her. She's just worked all season, and it's finally paying off for her on the offensive side. And then on defense, she's just spectacular. She makes all the routine plays, and she makes the big plays, and I'm just proud of her. She's amazing. Yeah.
So what the other significance, if there is any, with multiple seniors from Tucson going out with the win on senior day?
Yeah, I mean, all of us seniors, I mean, back when we were getting recruited, they could recruit so early, so we've all known each other for a long time. I mean, we met AB 2 years ago, but me, Jazz, Blaze, Skaggs, we've all grown up playing together, and then it's really special because someone like Blaze I've been playing on the same team with since we were like 11 or 12, so it's just really surreal and just great moment.
Kate talked this week about how they recruited you guys as eighth graders. Do you remember what that first conversation with either Candrea or Caitlin was when you were like that young?
I was probably so afraid to talk to them, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I would always get so nervous to talk to them. But yeah, it was so long ago, and a lot of maturity has come since then.
Yeah, a lot of maturity indeed. I can remember I interviewed her quite a few times in high school, and she was a really shy young lady, and kind of carried that over into her early years at the University of Arizona, but has really grown into her leadership role as a senior. Has Carly Scoopin and fun to watch. She unfortunately missed some time last year due to injury, and that kind of slowed down her progress a little bit, but she's been a very important piece in the middle of Caitlin Lowe's order this season, and got the big hit. It's like, again, and when we talk about these weekends and everything that's going on, and there was so much pomp and circumstance around this weekend, it wasn't just ASU, it was alumni weekend as well. I mean, they had, and I hated that I couldn't get down there for Saturday night's game, but they just had ladies from all the classes pretty much throughout the 50 years. They did it by decades. Something like I don't know if you've been to high school homecoming lately, but a lot of these high school homecomings here, they'll bring the classes out by decades, like the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, and that's kind of how they did it on Saturday night at Arizona softball. They brought the ladies out by decades, and for this group to get a just chance to really see the history of this program up close and personal like that was an extremely emotional, driving support system for them this weekend to do what they did, and really playing well and getting that sweep against the Sun Devils. So definitely good to see this weekend for Arizona softball to take down the Devil people. Always good beating those folks, J-Dub.
Always. And, I mean, come on. Past, present, future, that's a U of A men's basketball team thing. But, I mean, come on. The women's softball program here at TK is basically a who's who of college softball. Maybe some of the, SEC teams over the last 15 years have taken a little bit of the limelight. But as far as I'm concerned, go all the way back to that first Olympic team, right? Was really when the buzz around the world started coming, as it should have, towards the incredibly talented young women who are throwing the bats around here. And I don't even remember how many players were on that original team from the Pac, but it feels like at least 2/3 of them. So, yeah, always great to see some of the legends come back to Tucson and support the Cats, and always great to be the Devils, as you said.
Kyle Ottmeyer, again, your Pac-12 Player of the Week. She went 5 for 8 at the plate at .625, 2 jacks, a double, 6 RBIs, 5 runs scored, OPS of 2.2 over the weekend. She's out of San Diego, a sophomore, hit home runs in back-to-back plate appearances over 2 games, including the walk-off on Friday night, and then homered in her first at-bat on Saturday. And then Regan Shockey, your Freshman of the Week for the 4th time this season already. She's been Pac-12 Freshman of the Week. She hit .455 this weekend, 5 for 11, 2 RBIs, scored 5 runs, including the game winner there at the end on Saturday, scoring all the way from first base. She tied a career high, going 4 for 4 in that game on Sunday.
DK, Regan Shockey is currently 40th in the nation in batting average.
Yeah.
40th in the nation in batting average for the freshman.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good.
68 out of 162.
And she's 6th in the nation in hits. She's got 68 hits this season. She is having a phenomenal freshman year, a star to watch. The first time an Arizona freshman has been named Pac-12 Freshman of the Week 4 times since Trish Parks back in 2015. Trish Parks was a pitcher and a hitter, so she was able to win it on both sides, but nice going there by Regan Shockey.
Since you just brought it up, really quick before we get out, I wanted to just quickly congratulate Shohei. He passed Hideki for most home runs ever. And the best part about that stat, DK, is 25. Is his 6th season.
Yeah.
6 seasons, and he has the most home runs ever. And a lot of the Japanese players didn't come over here until they were in their late 20s and whatnot. That's a factor. But he just set the record for most home runs by a Japanese-born player in Major League Baseball history, and he's only played 6 years.
Yeah, it was shocking to hear that, because I don't know. I just thought Hideki Matsui played a lot more years than that here. I was thinking,
it feels like his home runs were huge.
Right.
Maybe just not so many. I remember hearing his name so many times for big home runs, but yeah.
There you go. Godzilla, as the great John Sterling, who retired over the weekend, would say, in terms of Hideki Matsui. All right, 520-848-1290. We're going to talk some Arizona men's tennis when we come back. Again, the fellas, Pac-12 conference champions for a 3rd consecutive year. Clancy Shields will join us. Cricket, though, getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. With collisions reported, new crash on Cortero near Silver Bell, also clearing Speedway and Swan, and on the east side, Broadway and Camino Seco. Some busy traffic on Grant Road at I-10. And overnight, 61 the low, 93 sunny tomorrow, 96 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
It's Car Care Month, and Summit Racing has what you need for bumper-to-bumper care. Revive the interior, exterior, underhood, and more. Shop SummitRacing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends May 5th, 2024.
The Pima County Fair is back April 18th through the 28th at the Pima County Fairgrounds with food, fun, games, and the craziest new carnival rides. Try deep fried nachos or strap in and take a ride on one of over 50 carnival rides and win prizes with games, plus daily entertainment, concerts, and more at the Pima County Fair, 11300 South Houghton Road, April 18th through the 28th. Find out more at wildcatsradio1290.com.
Taylor Swift here.
We're ready.
Are you?
Keep listening for your chance to win one of 3 trips to see Taylor Swift on the Eras Tour this fall.
Shake it out.
You and your bestie with Round Trip Air, a hotel room for 2 nights, and 2 tickets to the hottest tour on the planet.
I'm having a blast on my tour, and I want to fly you out to join me.
Your next chance to text a nationwide keyword happens soon.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. I knew we could not put off getting life insurance. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $40 a month. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $18 a month.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050 or go to SelectQuote.com now. That's 1-800-452-5050. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 85% water, right?
85% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients. Don't pay for water, pay for clean.
Save $10 when you spend $30 on Tide and Downy. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent. Must buy at least one participating Tide or Dreft detergent item, plus at least one participating Downy and or Bounce scent booster, liquid fabric softener, or dryer sheets. Prepaid card by mail. Visit pglaundryrebate.com for terms and conditions.
Hey listener, welcome to Limu's Karaoke Lounge, where Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need, and the music never stops. Hit it!
There's an emu with a full-time job. His partner's Doug, but Limu's the heartthrob. Grubs and worms, that's what Limu eats. Gotta fuel up to save you money and hit the streets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The Dell Technologies semi-annual sale is on with limited quantity deals on top tech. Save on select PCs powered by the latest 12th gen Intel Core processors like thin and light XPS 13 laptops, Inspiron laptops, and 2-in-1s. Plus, get savings on select accessories, free shipping, and monthly payment options with Dell Preferred Account. Save today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
DK on the Sports Tip on Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Big weekend again for Arizona Athletics here on the home front as well as on the road, as the men's tennis team was up in Oregon and they got a 4-1 win to clinch a third consecutive Pac-12 Conference regular season title. And we are joined now by the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats men's tennis team, Clancy Shields. And Clancy, congratulations on another one. I guess we can't say this is a fluke anymore. You've got a program. You're building a dynasty here.
Well, thanks for having me on. And yeah, I don't have a lot of words. It's just a lot of hard work, and we got some really special kids on our team who bought into this place and who love Arizona, and they're a tough crew to beat. And they were spectacular this weekend. It reminded me a couple of years ago when we were trying to win our first conference championship in program history, and we had to make this road trip to Washington and Oregon.